Hello, and welcome along to the video. Here I'm going to look at the brand new release of the Cake extension for the JetBrains Rider application. So let me just jump straight in here. So first of all, the repository for this extension is located on the Cake build organization on GitHub, and it's Cake Rider. A little bit of history of the project. We, the Cake team, started looking at the possibility of having a Rider extension back in 2017. But for one reason or another, we didn't proceed with it. Basically, time constraints, and we didn't have anyone really on the team who knew all the ins and outs of what was required for creating a Rider extension, so it didn't really go anywhere. But I'm very happy to say that as a result of a community contribution from Nils Anderson, who is now also become a member of the Cake team, Nils has driven the development of the Cake Rider extension. And you can find it on this repository. One thing I would want to shout out as well is that there was an original, or there was another community contribution for a Cake extension for Rider from Anna. I'm not going to try and pronounce her second name, unfortunately. But Anna has worked with us in creating this kind of official Rider extension for Cake. So thanks to Anna as well for her contributions in reviewing PRs and getting this to a point where we're ready to ship it. So in this initial release, the 0.10 release, apologies about that. Nils has added in kind of the first level basic support for Cake within Rider. So if we have a look at Rider, so I've got Rider open here, just with a console application and kind of a default build.cake file. But at the minute, I don't have the Rider extension installed. So let's get it installed. So we'll just go up here to go to File, and we'll go to Settings, and we'll look at Plugins. And if we go to the Marketplace and we search for Cake for Rider, so this one here is the one that's just been released, this 0.10. This one, the Cake integration one, this is the one that Anna created. And like I say, she's worked with us to take all the functionality that was in that extension and port it over to this official extension, and also some additional functionality as well. So if I go ahead and click install here and click save, what we'll see straight away is that on the right hand side here, we've now got a new Cake tasks tab. So what that's been lit up with is it's then looked to see what is available within the solution that I've got open, and it'll see that I have this build.cake file, and it'll also see that I have the task, the default task within that script ready to be executed. Now, at the minute, in its current version, there is an assumption that you have the .NET Global tool for Cake installed. In future releases, I believe I'm right in saying that we may look at automatically installing the .NET Global tool for Cake if it's not already installed. But at the minute, there is an expectation that it will be installed. So with this, I can literally double click on this. So I can double click on the task there, and what it will do is it will then run that task, and we can see the output in the window here. It's sort of behind my head, but you can see the hello from Rider there, which is the output from the information alias that's there. The other way that you can run it, obviously, there's a green button here that you can run the same task again. So it will just execute it. And the other thing that I wanted to point out is it is possible to promote this task, and really any task within the Cake script, as a run configuration. So I can click this button here, and it will create a run configuration up at the top here. So you've got full capabilities of editing that and providing augmenting that with different things. But then from there, I can just run the green button at the top here for the run configuration, and it will execute that same task. So depending on how your workflows are within Rider, you've got full ownership of those things. The other thing that I wanted to point out is if I go back up to settings here, and I look in the build, execution, deployment, what we should see in here is that there is a settings section for Cake that holds, again, the first pass at the configuration that's possible within the extension. So in here, for example, you can say, well, the default file extension for Cake scripts is .cake. If you happen to use a different convention, then you can change that. There is a regular expression here for controlling how the tasks are identified within the Cake script. So if you again use a slightly different convention, then you can augment this regular expression as you need to. And if you want to change the default verbosity of the output from Cake, then you absolutely can change those as well. Now, I know that Nils has got some ideas about different configuration that will be possible in here. So keep an eye out on the GitHub repository for releases as they come out. So that's it. That's the 0.10 release of the Cake extension for Rider. Really happy to see some Cake functionality lighting up within Rider, but I'm sure there's more to come. So, like I say, keep an eye out for that. Again, thanks again to Nils, who, like I say, is now a member of the Cake team, and thanks to Anna for her initial help and the initial support that she provided for Cake within Rider. If you've got any questions for me or about the extension, feel free to reach out to me on my Twitter handle there. Or if you have any questions, definitely, I'll just point this out before we end the video. If you go up to the Cake build repository and look in the discussions tab, then feel free to ask a question here and someone on the team will get back to you about it. So that's it from me. Thank you very much.